Los Angeles, a city of dreams, but for some, it's also a city of nightmares. Tonight, we'll take you inside 3 apartments with history so chilling, even the bravest souls wouldn't dare to spend a night. Don't look behind you, because the first story begins right now. Our first stop takes us to Franklin Street in Hollywood. On the surface, it's a modest 1920s apartment complex. But ask the residents, and they'll tell you about the entity that refuses to leave. In 2016, a tenant named Lisa moved in, unaware of the apartment's dark past. Within days, strange things began to happen. Lights would turn on and off by themselves. Furniture would shift overnight. But it wasn't until Lisa woke up to find her bedroom mirror shattered from the inside that she realized she wasn't alone. Lisa reached out to her landlord, who dismissed her concerns, saying it was likely an issue with faulty wiring. Determined to uncover the truth, she set up a series of cameras around her apartment. What she captured was spine-chilling. Shadowy figures darting across the room, doors slamming shut on their own, and what appeared to be a faint, ghostly outline hovering over her bed as she slept. As if that weren't enough, neighbors began to report similar experiences. One resident claimed to have seen a woman in old-fashioned clothing wandering the hallways late at night, only to disappear when approached. Another swore they heard whispers coming from an empty apartment. The activity seemed to center around Lisa's unit, as if something was anchoring the spirit there. The haunting didn't stop at visual phenomena. Lisa began experiencing intense nightmares where she would see the same woman, her eyes hollow and staring. Objects in her home started to disappear, only to reappear in impossible locations, like a locked cabinet or the freezer. The breaking point came when Lisa found a message written in dust on her windowsill. Help her. Who was this spirit, and what did she want? Lisa moved out, but even now, new tenants report eerie occurrences. Could it be the ghost seeking closure, or something far darker? And then came the night she heard the laughter. Next, we head to one of Los Angeles' most iconic residential complexes, Park La Brea. Known for its towering buildings and picturesque courtyards, few people know it's also the site of one of the city's eeriest hauntings. In 2004, a family moved into one of the units on the 8th floor. Almost immediately, their youngest child, Mia, began speaking to an imaginary friend named Clara. Except Clara wasn't so imaginary. Mia described her in vivid detail. Pale skin, dark eyes, and a long black dress from another era. What's more, she said Clara lived in the walls. The family initially dismissed Mia's stories as childhood imagination, but soon the evidence became undeniable. Late at night, the family would hear soft giggles coming from Mia's room, even when she was fast asleep. They'd find her toys arranged in strange patterns, as if someone had been playing with them. Once, Mia's mother opened a closet to find Clara's "he" written in crayon on the wall. The family had no crayons in the house. Things escalated quickly. Scratching noises echoed from inside the walls at night. Family photos were torn apart, and the name Clara began appearing in fogged-up mirrors. The family left after only 5 months, but tenants say the scratching never stopped. Neighbors have since reported seeing a childlike figure running down the hallways late at night, only to vanish into thin air. Maintenance workers have refused to enter the unit after tools inexplicably went missing or were found bent out of shape. One resident swore they heard a voice whisper, "She's still here," while waiting for the elevator. Could Clara be protecting something hidden within the walls? Or is she trapped there, longing for release? I don't know about you, but if a kid tells me someone lives in the walls, I'm calling the movers. Finally, we arrive at the notorious Cecil Hotel Apartments. Already infamous for its dark history, one unit stands out for its haunting tales. Apartment 407. In 2013, a freelance journalist named Eric rented the apartment to work on his novel. But Eric wasn't prepared for what he'd encounter. Every night, at exactly 3:07 a.m., he'd wake up to the sensation of someone standing at the foot of his bed. Just a bad dream, he told himself, until he saw the shadow. The shadow wasn't just a fleeting glimpse. It lingered, watching him, its form unnaturally dark, as if it absorbed the light around it. One night, Eric mustered the courage to take a photo with his phone. The result? A blurred image of what appeared to be a face staring back at him, its eyes hollow and glowing faintly red. Things took a turn for the worse when Eric's electronics started malfunctioning. His phone battery draining within minutes, and his laptop freezing whenever he tried to write. The breaking point came when Eric woke up to find words scrawled across his apartment walls. Leave or suffer. He left the next morning, abandoning his belongings. Some say the apartment remains vacant to this day, as if no one dares to claim it. Years later, urban explorers snuck into the apartment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. What they found was unsettling. A diary Eric had left behind, its pages filled with frantic scribbles about being watched. Some pages were torn out, as if someone or something didn't want the story to be told. Video footage taken by the explorers showed unexplainable distortions, as if the shadow still lingered, protecting its domain. 3 apartments, 3 nightmares. Would you dare spend a night in any of these places? Or maybe you already have. After all, in a city like Los Angeles, the line between the living and the dead can be razor thin. Don't forget to like and subscribe, unless you want Clara showing up in your mirror.